The 5 steps to building a business that actually works. Step 1. Solve a problem or fulfill a wish. This may seem pretty obvious, but the number one reason most businesses fail is because they're trying to sell something that nobody wants or needs. And that is also why the majority of side hustles and online businesses fail as well. If you think about some of the most successful companies in the world, they are all solving a problem or fulfilling a wish. Facebook was a way to connect with old school friends. Instagram was a way to share photos with your friends and family. YouTube is a way to consume and share educational entertaining content. Uber connects people who need a ride with drivers who have a car. Airbnb connects people who want to travel with unique places to stay. And Amazon connects buyers with sellers from around the world. So when coming up with business ideas, always ask yourself, how is my business going to solve a problem or fulfill a wish? Because if you can do this, then you will have a business that works. Step 2. Find your niche. So once you figure out what problem you're going to solve or what wish you're going to satisfy, the next thing you want to do is find your niche. Now a lot of people think that in order for you to start a business, you have to come up with a completely new idea, something that nobody has ever thought of before. But that's not true. In fact, it's quite the opposite. The best business ideas are usually simple ideas that have been around forever, but it's your execution and your approach that makes all the difference. For example, the first iPhone was released over 13 years ago, yet there are still hundreds of new phone accessory businesses popping up every single day. That's because even though the products themselves aren't new, there's always room for new designs and improvements. People are always looking for new and better ways to protect their phone, charge their phone, improve their signal, or make their phone look cool. So the key here is to take something that already exists and then either improve upon it or target a specific group of people with it. For example, let's say you wanted to start an Amazon business selling phone accessories. Instead of just trying to sell to everybody, which would be really difficult, you could narrow your focus and try to sell to a specific group of people. Let's say you decide to sell phone accessories for moms. You could design accessories with special features that moms would love, like a phone grip to avoid dropping it while holding groceries, a special pocket to hold mom's ID, or a built-in charger, so she never forgets her charging cable. This way you're not competing against every other phone accessory seller on Amazon. You're only competing against the other people who sell accessories specifically for moms. This is called finding your niche. By targeting a specific group of people, you can make it easier for you to market your product, stand out from the competition, and build a loyal customer base. Now once you have your niche figured out, you can move on to step 3. Step 3. Validate your idea. After you find your business idea and your niche, the next step is to validate your idea. Now this simply means making sure that there's actually demand for what you're trying to sell. Because no matter how good your product is, if nobody wants it, then you're not gonna be successful. So there are a few ways that you can validate your business idea. The first way is to do some basic research. You can look at things like Google Trends to see if people are searching for products related to your niche. You can look at Amazon's bestseller rank to see how well similar products are selling, or you can use a software like Jungle Scout to analyze product sales data. The second way to validate your business idea is to talk to potential customers. You can do this by creating a survey and posting it on social media, or you can simply ask friends and family members who fit within your target demographic. Now, ideally, you want to do both of these things. You want to look at the data, and you also want to talk to real people, because sometimes the data doesn't tell the whole story. Now, remember, the ultimate goal of this step is to simply validate your idea. You don't need to do any extensive market research. You don't need to create a detailed business plan, and you definitely don't need to spend any money developing a product. All you need to do is make sure that there is enough demand for your product to justify you moving on to the next step. Step 4. Create your business. Once you've validated your idea and you're confident that there is demand for what you're trying to sell, then you can move on to step 4, which is actually creating your business. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. They rush this step because they get so excited about finally starting their business, but they end up making a lot of mistakes along the way, like picking the wrong business structure, or not getting the right licenses and permits, or not having a separate bank account for their business. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do everything perfectly at this stage, but you do need to lay a solid foundation so that you can set your business up for success in the long run. And the easiest way to do this is to hire a professional, whether it's a lawyer, an accountant, or a business consultant, somebody who knows what they're doing so that you don't have to. Now, there are a couple reasons for this. First of all, it will save you a lot of time and energy because you won't have to worry about making any mistakes. Secondly, it will save you a lot of money because it is always cheaper to fix something now than to pay the price later. And lastly, it will give you peace of mind knowing that your business is in good hands and that you are setting your business up for success. So if you can afford to hire a professional, then I highly recommend that you do. However, if you're tight on cash, you can still do a lot of this stuff yourself. You can watch YouTube videos to learn how to create an LLC. You can go to your local city court to get a business license, and you can open a business checking account online. Everything you need to get started is available for free or for a very low cost. So don't let this be the step that holds you back. And finally, step 5, start selling. This is it. It's time to start selling. But before you do, I just want to remind you of something that I said in the beginning of this video. The number one reason most businesses fail is that they're trying to sell something that nobody wants or needs. And I know you don't want that to be you. So make sure that you go through all 5 of these steps in the right order. Don't skip any steps, and definitely don't try to rush the process. Take your time and do it right. And if you do that, then I promise you'll be on your way to building a business that actually works. So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.